kusemana na wenye hasira za karibu kufanyana na singirima tujua maana ya kuishi simama kikamilifu kwenye mambo yote ya uhalifu si uinama hivyo ndivyo kuishi kijeshi maisha sio lele mama ni shughuli lakini usikate tamaa wezama gangama tu siku ile ipo Mwenyezi ndiye mpaji kithirisha matosherezo kwenye meza za wenye vipaji kwani bila juhudi za ajabu kama utokuwa ngirima
amenipasia na mimi nedaka pass na fungua pazia la nomino zilokoma ulama na mimi na sifa za mlume ngilima na nata na mdundo unaonyesha sanaa bila shaka tupo kinyang'anyioni wateule na kala mashaka riski naitaka najituma
Wacha moto wake, wacha moto wapate, moto unaotoka ndani ya roho washangaze. Moto, 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 revolution tutangaze. Naongea kuhusu fire ile iko Semila na Kaya iko kwenye the entire ghetto youth. No ite kala mashaka, kile Mungu amewabariki nayo tu ni talanta. Na moto unaoteketeza bila shaka, wengi wanasafa na bado wanazidi kuangaza. Na hipo ghetto mashairi wako ngiri na mbili na bado nawaambia mtafsiri nipishe ukweli niwakilishe revolution nianzishe niingize kila mtu kwenye Trojan horse tukavunje state house na bunge dos mipaka za Afrika bila passport tuka cross mishoni kuunite Africa of course tribal wars tuchimbwe the source moto tuwezeshe kutoa watu kwenye hii slave mentality juu vitu lazima zi change now tuache kubow down mbele ya ukoloni crown moto wa kimaajabu moto wa kutoka hizi na mababu moto wezi upata hata kupitia vitabu. Wacha moto wake, wacha moto wapate, moto unaotoka ndani ya roho washangaze. Moto, 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 revolution tutangaze.
Heyo ni eleze, nini walikuwa wanadiskasi kabidi waeleke. Ile mkutano ilikuwa Lancaster House uko Chembe heyo na je. Ni nani angekuwa wa kwanza kubas jina Harambee? Ni Kimathi au mzee Bas? Nani alifanya Malcolm awe extreme Waislamu ama CIA class? Niendelee ama nisiendelee? Nipi wangoso wanapenda Afrika tu na Afrika wanaenda majuu. Ito transatlantic slave rate ya karne 21. Hebu ngoja asiyesikia la mkuu sindio uju amevunjika guu juu ya hii pori. The harder the battle the sweeter the victory. Be sorry najua hukusikia hii story kafungue kitabu jue kuhusu history. Mao unataka taa yako iendelee kuwaka ama izime wa kusahau.
We're on and heavy on rotation on the vault. Apologies for the late start. Technology was doing its thing, as it sometimes does, but we got ourselves together, we collected ourselves off the floor, and we are here and glad to be back on screen with you guys. I'm your girl, Myra Maloba, and...
It's the Beatmekah, not the beat taker. 10 fingers in the air. And I'll say it slow. If you don't know, you better ask your mama or ask a kinyi with the good hair. Nakauna nywele you can borrow nowadays. Yeah, that's how it is nowadays.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, before we went on, there's a joint that was playing. Is an old jam. It brought memories to me. That goes
Wait. There are lots of old songs and that's how you picked.
That was, yeah, because have you ever seen the dance on that, the way they dance to that track?
I've seen it. Lunje, of course I've seen everything.
Those shoulders, the way they move, it's no joke.
It's all.
You know, I've seen Jungu try to do that movement of shoulders. Wanagonga ukuta.
They need to stop.
Shoulders is not for you, Jungus. Maybe toes, but not shoulders.
But we're glad to be back. It's been a minute, huh?
It's been way. People have been asking, what's up, what's up? You know why we haven't been around? It's because we wanted you to miss us.
Yes.
That's why. And
Missing is good.
And now we're back, all smiles. Last week there was an event for sustainability.
Right.
Myra can talk about. I was there also. It blew up majorly.
It was the first one we did as Icon Radio. It was an absolute success. The whole internet is raving about it. So you guys need to go onto LinkedIn, check it out. Go onto Instagram, check it out. Go onto Facebook, where you were hacked. Probably you'll see it there, hopefully. But big shout out to Wanjira, who did a fantastic job. Sandra Chow, all the way in Costo, but she was holding it down for sustainability, and on socials and on posters. Big shout out to Angel, who was doing a phenomenal job with comms. Big shout out to Kevin Adere, who, was instrumental in putting this event together. Sammy Juguna as well, who did a fantastic job with the production bit, and of course helping with organizing the event. I don't know if I should thank myself, but I'll give honors to somebody else to do that for me. Of course, Jimmy came and held it down as well at the event. Big shout out to Okash Hotel. Hey, Okash.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Hey, that's a place you need to go and check it out.
What did you think?
Man, it was amazing. The topics were discussed there. It really brought a limelight, especially for me. There's a lot of things that I needed to know, about sustainability,
Right.
what we're going through right now. And it was great. I won't lie to you. The food was wonderful.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, man, those guys know how to put it on.
You came in time for breakfast, a very heavy breakfast.
That day I went home, I was just like, I don't want to eat. I jumped into bed. I was just like, let me hit the bed now. I don't even want seafood.
Okash did the thing.
Yeah, and they're humble from the time you enter the door. Like the people who are the service, from the security to everything.
Right.
They treat people with respect.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. It was great. Apart from that, the other day I was thinking, what is the one thing that pisses you off, Myra?
Hey, there are many right now. I don't know, where do you want to start? Do we have time? We don't have time.
Me, there's one thing that pisses me off. Like whenever I'm leaving my house, there's always a cat on my car sleeping. Yeah, it's always sleeping. Like like no other car in the parking lot, just mine. So I went the other day, and I was just like, enough is enough. Liliana Ligonga on top. The cat he gives me pause. Like he's like, like I told him, Abu, remove that bass from your voice. And Abu fly away. What are you doing?
We are all blaming Ruto. Even that cat is blaming Ruto. Okay, Ruto must go.
It's too much. And then after that, it slowly did a catwalk. If people understand where a catwalk came from the cat, not from the dog.
Your struggles and mine are very, very different.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Very different.
I'm telling you. But there's a lot that's been going on of late. But one of the things that when we look around the world right now, especially not just in the hip hop community, but generally in the community, even if we look at Kenya, a lot of our artists right now are facing depression.
Yeah.
It's major.
Yeah.
Where people were very vibrant.
Right.
Back in the days, they totally some of them just want to take their lives. Now, some of them will say, oh, it's because of the situation the government has put them in. Other people have family issues. They feel like too much is weighing on them. No financial breakthroughs coming in. And I feel it's something that really needs to be addressed and encouraged. Someone could be in the house suffering, and it's someone that but you wouldn't know. Because people are not reaching out to each other, checking out on each other.
Right. Like even some of our artists, especially the ones who have lost the patriarchs in their family, that I really see, and my heart goes out to. One of them is Bamzigi. Talked about it openly on social media. The other one, Mr. Lenny, as well. Tena Mr. Lenny, it's after he, just reconnected with his father. There seemed to been a bit of strife. But, at least they got to reconnect, but it was towards the end. And a lot of artists are, like you said, are going through it mentally. And there's no outlet. There's no outlet in which they can effectively express what they're going through. Although there's Mambo Akili, I have to mention Mambo Akili, that is good at psychosocial support. And there's one other which we will share on our socials. Right now, there are resources that are readily helping artists and just anyone, including the Red Cross, and giving social support. So since they are there, we should not keep quiet. If we're going through something, look for help. I'm telling you, me, I'm saying it from experience. Life has been hard of late, and grappling with things has been so difficult.
It has, and I think people need to keep an open mind also, because a lot of times when people go through the things, the first thing that you do is judge.
Right.
You say, Kwani, he can't move himself, she can't move himself out of that situation. They're just lazy. They judge first, yeah? And they don't try to understand what's going on. I know a couple of people personally, both here and abroad, that I know personally, who couldn't speak in that situation. They literally tell you, hey, I can't talk right now. I'm on that place. I know others who felt that life was too much and tried to commit suicide. Literally tried. There's a situation that I was in once where I was in a meeting, and this person called me up and said, I need to talk to you. And I said, let me call you back like in a few minutes. And they're like, no, I need to talk to you now. I'm going to kill myself.
Oh, wow.
That's what happened.
Oh, wow.
And this is someone who was doing really well in life, and then all of a sudden wasn't doing well. When I say really well, this person was like someone who had a lot of money, was doing very, very well in life.
Right.
And then all of a sudden became an alcoholic, through depression. All of a sudden sleeping with all these guys, can't even remember which guy slept with the day before, or 5 minutes or 10. So we take, and a lot of people be like, well, this person just being lazy. No, that's not the case. Everyone goes through struggles, but we go through it at different times in our life or different phases.
Right.
So we cannot judge and be like, this person, that they're lazy, that's why this is happening to them in life. The other thing that I don't agree is with the churches. Growing up in the church, very well, God is important to me, Jesus my savior, and all of that. That's how I represent. But the churches be like, oh, it's like you've run away from salvation, so that is why God is punishing you. And I'm like, that's a bunch of garbage. That's sorry to say, but churches, in fact, I'm not sorry to say, churches, that's a bunch of garbage.
Right.
You need to, even the Bible says you should look out for your brother. Look out for your brother and your sister. And so I feel that we need to come together, especially in the hip hop movement. There's a lot of guys who are going through this, who at one time kind of go through depression. The other day, I was watching the documentary of Shine.
Did you watch it?
Yes,
I need to watch it.
I watched it, man. When I look at him, he looks like a young Obama.
Now he does.
I didn't even know that he came from, was it Belize? Or
Belize.
He's not from America.
No, it's from Belize.
I didn't know he was from there.
Yeah.
And then he gives situation of what he went through, actually. I didn't even know that many labels were after him even before Bad Boy.
Yeah.
And to be honest, that guy also went through his own depression. Like he was locked up in jail for something. He kept on saying, you know what, he didn't want to snitch.
Right.
But he really didn't have a part to play in the way people thought. But he kept quiet all these years. Imagine being in jail all this time.
Because of that no snitching nonsense.
Yeah, it's a thing that we also have now in Kenya. You better not snitch or you'll get stitches. So, but a lot of artists now are coming up and giving their story about the depression that they have faced.
Yeah.
And it's very real. So the question is, what can we do as a community to come and uplift more people together, overcome this?
100%. There's a place, City Park, called C12.
The one for
name, I think it's Charles or something, but shout out to him. He's created a space for creatives to be able to go and express themselves and seek the proper counseling that they need.
Yes.
So check who is indeed struggling in one way or another. Check out C12. I plug them any day of the week. I'm sure if you reached out to some of these guys like Harry Kimani, Jim Watt, Roba, they should be able to steer you to where it is, but it's within City Park, and they're doing a phenomenal job. So shout out to them. Now, moving away from that, we do have Blogger Flani. Big shout out to Blogger Flani.
Blogger, I always see him on Facebook.
I really want to meet him in person. There is one guy I want to meet in person because, first of all, not only does he put out what he thinks. First of all, okay, his love for Nikita Kering is unmatched. Like he is in love with her.
Oh
Okay,
goodness. Let's
let's
not
start
even
there.
talk about that.
Let's start there. Like it's in terms of like he's gonna fight for her and die for her. But apart from that, he does a phenomenal job of archiving what's going on in the world of music, not only hip hop. Gives a lot of light to, but from his own opinion, because that, of course, he's a blogger. And he also puts out new music from new artists from the coast, from Nakuru, from the States. Like he does a great job. And even guys in the States are like, us as Kenyans, we want to put our music out there, but we don't know how to, and we never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
So he does a phenomenal job of doing that. And he put out his list for the year of the top 100 artists. Top 100. Okay.
100 is a lot.
It's quite big. It's quite big. So he put out this list about 6 days ago. At the bottom, haha. I don't know if this list is in order of first to last.
I think what he does, he puts out a list, and then he asks people what they think, and then other people also come put out their own list of what they think.
The numbering is what I am thinking about.
I think that's in his head. When he puts out the number, he must have a view of who he thinks are at the top and who's at the bottom.
Because he put Bien at the top. And Bien right now is the most streamed Kenyan artist with 23 million on Spotify. You know, the roundup has been finalized. It's out. If you look at your phone, you look at the roundup of your year. So Bien is at the top. Yeah. And he's been doing a phenomenal job of putting out his music. He's been touring. He did one of the most iconic clubs or bars or showrooms in London that has, it started the career of some of the greats like Akina, Davido, Wizkid, Burna Boy, and the likes. He's done Nigeria. He's been touring. He's been proper touring and putting out a lot of work. Like he is an example of excellence, of music excellence, and it's showing through his work. He's streamed a lot on Spotify. So for Blogger Flani, at the top is Bien. At dead last is Nonini.
No Nini, no love. Huh?
No love.
But Nonini, let me just keep it real, man. I've met Nonini a couple of times. He even came to my studio once. You know? Nonini, I kind of feel like he shoots himself in the foot.
Okay.
That's what I kind of feel. He has his views, which I don't mind that he has his views. There's nothing wrong with that. But I kind of feel like in terms of being a rap artist, I feel, his star dwindled a long time ago.
I mean, Steve-O Simple Boy in his list is at 20.
No, that one.
And Nonini is at 100.
There's no way Simple Boy is at 20. there's no way. I find Steve-O Simple Boy, if I'm being honest, and I had discussions with someone the other day, I don't really see him as a rapper.
Right.
I kind of see him as a personality.
He is it, but as in, even with that personality, it's hard to put him aside. He's put himself, he's cemented himself in the industry. Love him or hate him.
That's what I mean. And if you
look like Young Thug,
and if you look at hip hop, there's been many people like him who came out as, for example, very good example of a guy who could flow, but you never heard him flow really, was Flavor Flav, a Public Enemy.
Right.
He would come, he'd do his positioning, he put his face, he'd do his thing. But for him to be a Public Enemy, it was just a hype man. Like, he could actually, but people never heard that. So when I look at Steve, funny enough, they kind of have the same look. With Flavor Flav, but look at what Flavor did. He did Flav, was the House of Love. He did all these shows.
Flavor of Love, yeah.
He did all these things. So that's what I mean. Steve-O Simple Boy is like that. He's like a personality. But if today someone came and said, give me your best 16 bars, then that's when you know where he is.
100%.
Yeah.
So he says that this list is the top 100 Kenyan artists. So in my view, I think it is one to last. Okay. So Nini is dead last. So first top 10 is Bien, Otile Brown, Nyashinsky, Nadia Mukami, Blinky Bill, Calligraph Jones, Watenda Willie, Costa Ojwang, Soundcraft, and Willie Paul at 10. Okay. Then last 10 at 90 is Ran Scooby, Gabiro, Susanna Owio at 92. Shame. Nviri at 93. Kagwe Mungai, Chris Kaiga is at 95. Even Steve Osiboboy beat Chris Kaiga. Anyway, Wenda Wazimu, Mbogi Genje at 97. Steve Capella at
Bogi is
98.
at 97.
Smalls Lethal at 99 and Nonini at 100.
You put out a list and I saw Yuri of Beasthood was there.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, Yuri from Beasthood representing Kayole was there, you know.
Right. Saisa also was there.
Yes, Isa was there. I remember I saw her name.
Yes. So he's also, again, in November, he put out top 50 best Kenyan artists. So at do 1 to 10, Scam Cardinal is at 1, Calligraph Jones, Nyashinsky, Munga Domani, Brida LW, Femi 1, Chiomio, Octopizzo, AJ, and at 10, King Kaka. And then last 50, so from at 40, we have Douglas, we have Tiso at 41.
I'm Tiso.
Nemr 42, Lil Minor 43, 44, Godi Tena, 45 Saru, 46 I Foolish, 47 Kolo, 48 Kushman.
Hey, when was the last time I heard someone Kolo do something?
He's been dropping music. 49 Kevo K-Force, and 50 Suicider.
There's been a big debate online about King Kaka. From King Kaka to Rabbit to like all these titles that he comes up with. But the discussion has been that now King Kaka is a whack rapper.
Oh no, I think it's relative.
I think the problem with King Kaka is this: is that he's like every other artist that came before him. They get comfortable with doing things a certain way, and they never transition. That's the problem.
Okay.
You know. And I feel like him, whenever you hear him rap, you just know he's gonna come with that slow rap. He's just coming with that style of it's like he doesn't put in effort. Or let me say how guys say, Ajitumi. Yeah, you know, that's what I feel when I hear his music. I feel he focused on the business side and he forgot the other side.
Right.
You know, and I feel like he needs to grow to be a better artist for his own brand, not even for the artists who are under his label or his company, yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like when you hear him, like when you listen to the days he was with Chihuahua, you hear a vibrant artist. You know, that time he used to wear that net thing on his head. You know, remember those days?
Yeah.
And then it was about like it's like spoken word kind of thing. Like he was in a different style of doing things.
Right.
But then it's like people were really feeling him at that time. They're like, they're like Chihuahua, most definitely. But hey, this guy who's behind him is dropping gems. That's how they felt. But then over the years, if you don't change, if you don't grow, you know what I mean? It's why I always give the certain statement. It's like waking up every day and eating kunde.
Right.
You know, you never grow. And I feel the same problem with Sauti Soul. I feel like you're saying Bien is making strides. He's like, screw it, I'm going to make strides. I'm going to do more as a solo artist. I'm going to make sure people know about me. And he's making that strides to grow. It's like, yesterday I was talking to a friend of mine out in the UK, and we're talking about artists. Like, we're talking about the story about Buju Banton. He's like, Buju Banton is bitter. Because he knows in London, in the UK, no one's playing dancehall. Everyone's playing Afrobeats. And he's just like, look, he said, he's like, Rema took out the O2. Burna Boy came out. Buju couldn't even do half of that. So he's like, this guy is bitter. And even if you look at Drink Champs, when he was asked about doing the show, I think it was Madison Square Garden or something, you know, it's like, I can't remember how many, there are quite a number of people, but he said, actually, I get more people to come for my shows in Europe. That's what Buju Banton said. And time is moving, and I feel like Bien has figured out time is moving.
Right.
You know? And so he's got to figure out a way how to move. Or what happens is, you stay in the same circle, you become irrelevant. They check you out, and they'll be like, I'm even shocked. Nani's not on that list.
Who?
Kali.
He is,
What
but
number is
you
he?
know, like it's 100. Okay, so wait. So remember, top 50 is he's at number 2.
He is, huh?
Yes.
I saw that joint he put out the other day. It's kind of like Return of the Mac,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, like, his flow was weak for me. It wasn't anything to write home about. Actually, more people remember the lady who was singing than actually him.
I haven't even heard it.
Yeah, I checked it out. It's the direct like beat like Return of the Mac. There's a lot of things they took from there.
Right.
Yeah. So
Well, I think, like I said, I've been saying this for years. We've been too lazy to do it. It's time to stop being lazy. We need to put out our list for the year. But Blogger Flani puts in a lot of work, so big shout out to him. Okay, I rely on him for a lot of news as well. I love bloggers because they are a little bit more versed than you would your mainstream medias and stuff.
I think the thing I can appreciate about Blogger Flan is this: his focus on artists from Kenya. That's a good thing because we always downplay our artists. That's what we do. We don't lift them up. We don't try to talk about them. We're always comparing them. Oh, but Tanzania are doing this. This country's doing this. Well, we're always doing that. But he's focused on, artists from Kenya.
Yeah.
I like to see more because a lot of the thing about his list, a lot of the artists that he's put in have mainly come from Nairobi. Yeah. I like to see the other territories that come up.
No,
They
he's put from other territories.
But what I'm saying is, because what happens in Nairobi is this, in Kenya is this. We focus on Nairobi, we focus on Mombasa, we focus on certain territories. But there's how many tribes are there in Kenya? That's my point. Now, my point is, we as Kenyans, we ourselves, we don't hear music from some places. And I feel that's important for us to grow. We need to hear music from certain places.
100%. And even before, sorry to cut you before we go on the break because we have to get Brima in. One thing that's coming back and I absolutely love it, and we're talking about it with some of the guys from the studio the other day. We talked about how the tribal kind of rap needs to come back.
It does.
Big shout out to Obiero, forgetting his first name. But big shout out to him. Put out a song just the other day. Quish also put out a song the other day. Yeah. All doing rap in their own music. Of course, Mbidi has never failed us as well. There's so many artists who are putting themselves out there in their own mother tongue. And for me, as here at Icon, I'm going to put all of them out. I just hope none of them are dissing the president or anything, but I want to put all of them out.
And MC Sharon also has this new movement.
How can we forget MC Sharon?
MC Sharon, I spoke to her a few days ago. She has this new movement of Luo artists, like Luo female artists.
Amazing. Now, if she can finally come back into the studio, we could talk about it.
Yeah,
for now, we need to go on a short break and bring in Brima. He's been here from earlier and looking forward to see what he has been up to. Brima is, honestly, I love his voice. He's one of the most unique voices I've heard in this country, and he puts in a lot of work. So I'm so excited to have Brima here with us. The movement of Kiswahili is touchdown in Icon Radio, so stand by for that. Of course, you can changia to the conversation +254 788 380030. We are live on YouTube. You can hit us up on the comment section right there. Keep it right here on the Vault, where it's all about love, hip hop.
No nene Bobby mtoto mzuri nimekuwa so sawa unajua